Hey everybody, welcome to Miscast Commentary, a coming attractions episode. I'm Joe Finley, and today I'm on my own again, Todd Tebow, the Sailor Murray. Just scheduling wise, we weren't able to do it this week, so I'm gonna pull the solo. It's gonna be another short one, just a little bit of news, gonna talk about what we're doing next week, but you should already know if you've been paying any attention. And then we can all be on our way and be excited for next week. First things first, Boba Fett has completed. If you haven't already seen that, I feel sad for you. It's taken all sorts of crap on social media, and that's always the case because these friggin' people, they don't want Star Wars anymore. They just want a Star Wars that exists in their head. So they should just go and imagine Star Wars somewhere while the people who are still enjoying it, I didn't like everything in Boba Fett. I had complaints, but they're just my complaints. There was literally somebody who was like, Robert Rodriguez should never get his hands on Star Wars again. Screw you. What are you talking about? Yeah, there was some really weird stuff. There were some characters I didn't care for that just didn't really feel like they fit into Star Wars for me. And that's it. It's all for me. I'm not going to act like Star Wars is somehow poisoning people now or something like that. It's bananas, but I did get through the finale. Weirded out that it wasn't 8 episodes, that it ended on 7. Also weirded out, spoiler alert, I'm going to give you just that minute, skip ahead 30 seconds. Okay, I was a little weirded out that 2 of the episodes barely featured Boba Fett at all, seeing as it's called the Book of Boba Fett, but that is neither here nor there. There was a lot of cool stuff in this series. I expect they're going to do another season of it. We'll see what happens there. So we wait. But we won't have to wait too long for Star Wars because they announced officially that Obi-Wan Kenobi is coming out on May 25th. It is exciting. I really want to see what they've done with this thing. I think that there's a lot of cool story to be had there. I've been excited about it ever since there was a hot toy that you were able to get, and it was old Alec Guinness looking Obi-Wan Kenobi, but he was in kind of an explorer's thing, and he had a long gun on his back similar to the ones that the Tusken Raiders used, and had these goggles on and stuff like that. And I'm like, oh man, I'd love to see what kind of story he had. All the years he was just on Tatooine watching over Luke, but obviously doing other things, trying to avoid being killed, all this stuff, and now we're getting it. So I'm super excited. It's coming in May, and we're not even close to done with Star Wars series. We've got Ahsoka coming up, we've got Andor, the other movies that are in development, and all these other things. It's just a great time to be a Star Wars fan. And again, I'm actually happier getting a bunch of stuff, even if I don't like some things, because we're getting volume, and volume means that you're going to find things that you're not liking, or you're going to find more little things to nitpick about or something like that. But if you are the type of person who's going to sit and watch something, bitch about it the entire time, and then go out and watch the next thing, and then bitch about that the entire time, I have news for you. You're not a Star Wars fan. You can just stop now. You liked the original movies, so you are a fan of the original Star Wars trilogy. To be a Star Wars fan is somebody who reaches beyond what the original trilogy had to offer and immerse yourself in the bigger world. Now, that's not always going to hit home. I'm sorry, it's just not the case. It was like the Harry Potter books. It's a very large world. It's a big commitment. There's chunks of those books that I didn't enjoy. There's chunks that I really did enjoy. It's just the way that these things go. But to say, oh, all the Harry Potter books are bad because I didn't like the scene where blah, blah, blah happened, or this book really wasn't that interesting, so the whole series sucks. Come on. Smart up. Disney announced officially they're planning on boosting their content creation for Disney Plus and stuff like that by $1 billion for the next quarter. So that is putting a lot of money, especially because there's Marvel things that are going to be shot. The new Loki season is going to be shot this summer, and we're expecting the next season of Mandalorian to come around Christmas time, they said. They not a definitive date, but just kind of I wouldn't be surprised if it was ready by about then. They're really doubling down on their content right now, and it's great, and it's going really well, I think. It stretches beyond the Marvel and the Disney of it all. Something like Only Murders in the Building, for example, or they're bringing back Futurama on Hulu. That is the Disney product now because it was Fox, so it's going to come out on Hulu. I'm assuming Disney Plus in Canada, just because we don't have Hulu. And for those of you who care, this weekend is the Super Bowl. Neither of the teams in it are my team, but I'll check it out and I'll have some fun. I'll eat some wings and laugh probably, because I don't know, you laugh sometimes. And so I'm excited about that. The halftime show should be really good with, was it Dr. Dre, Eminem, Snoop Dogg, Mary J. Blige, Kendrick Lamar, and there's probably going to be a whole bunch of other people popping in here and there. Maybe a few holograms, I don't know. But it should be a fun event, and one way or another, you're going to have a quarterback who's got their first Super Bowl under their belt instead of their 20th, so that's always fun for the average viewing audience. But I got nothing else really for you except to tell you what we're doing next week, and the bad news is we've already told you what we're doing next week. We are continuing our look at the MCU, the final one in our catch-up right now, and we're going to be watching Marvel's Eternals. Not my favorite. I did the review on here. I wrote the review on cgmagonline.com. Yeah, it wasn't great. There was a lot of story problems with it. There was a lot of too many character problems, that sort of thing. It's hard because I know it's a big group, and I know it's like Guardians of the Galaxy where they had to bring it down because there's so many different Guardians. So you pick a few and you just focus on those ones, because it wasn't like the Avengers where everybody got their own movie first and then you could bring them all together. You're introducing all these different people. More than half of the movie is character introduction and montage and flashback. So take that for what it's worth, but we had a good time watching it because we have a good time watching anything together. So let's take a look at the trailer.
5 years ago, Thanos erased half of the population of the universe. But the people of this planet brought everyone back with a snap of a finger. The sudden return of the population provided the necessary energy for the emergence to begin.
How long do we have?
7 days.
We're Eternals. We came here 7,000 years ago to protect humans from the deviants.
Why didn't you guys help fight Thanos? Or any war, all the other terrible things throughout history?
We were instructed not to interfere in any human conflicts unless deviants are involved.
By who?
We need to find the others.
I haven't seen some of them for centuries.
Hi.
Hello.
This is what the end of the world looks like. At least we have front row seats.
You know what's never saved the planet? Your sarcasm.
We've loved these people since the day we arrived. When you love something, you protect it.
You can't protect. Any of them.
I bet you've built the perfect safe house. I mean, what's this even made of? Vibranium?
Fall collection. IKEA.
Okay, so that is what we're dealing with. It had promise. I wanted to be excited for it. Like, I didn't know any of the characters, but I've experienced that before with Guardians of the Galaxy and things like that. Like, I vaguely knew about him, but whatever. And I was willing to really give it a good shot, and it just wasn't there. But we're going to watch it. I even tried to give it kind of second open mind because, like, the conditions by which I went to see the movie the first time weren't the greatest, and I lay those out in the episode. So, we did our damnedest. That's all I can say. But that will be it for the MCU for a little while. Again, we'll let a couple more movies compile, and then we'll do it up in style later on. But in the meantime, we got a lot more fun movies planned going on beyond that. So Lots of fun coming your way. But we're going to wrap it up for this one. Please make sure to like and subscribe to the episode if you are watching us on YouTube. I highly recommend that you do. It's a fun way to go about it. If you have to listen to it because you're listening while driving or you're doing laundry or whatever other thing, that's fine. We'll always make the audio podcast. So wherever you do that, make sure that you favorite and like and rate and review and all the different options. All the different platforms have different options. On Apple Music, on Apple Podcasts now, they have a follow. So if you listen there, why don't you give us a follow on there? That would be great. It helps us get seen overall too. It helps us get rated within their algorithms. So that's a big deal for us. And until next time, gang, we'll see you later. Bye.